So now we're gonna get to the second half. The second half is the album review. So you may be wondering how we got here. When I made this video, it was my first in this format, and I wasn't exactly sure how long this video would turn out to be. So this is part 2 of a video that I set up to be one part. This is the Viva Las Vengeance album reaction, and before this is a short explanation of the history of Panic at the Disco and the relevance and significance of this album. So if you would like the timeline, I'll link it in the corner as well as the description and all that good stuff. But if you just care to watch the album reaction, then you are in the right place. And I apologize for the lack of smooth transition. I didn't really know what I was gonna do with this. So thank you so much. Back to the video. I'll show you guys the track list. We've got 12 songs. And it looks like title track is the first one. So this one I've heard, and then everything else I've not heard. And they're all full-length songs. There's no intro or closing or intermission type songs. Light sticks out or pitchforks out. Whatever you feel is comfortable. We support all opinions here. But let's go ahead and start it. I'm kind of scared that this is just going to be terrible, but... Gotta do the weed call out. Gotta. It's 2022. Okay, let's stop for a second. So yeah, this does sound like music that would play in a Target. That's true. I feel like it's missing something, like the production. Yeah, I don't love the production. It sounds kind of distant. It feels like it might be on purpose. A bad neon tree is not... Wow. You're not wrong, but I hadn't even considered that. It does kind of sound... And I actually like neon trees. But this is like Brendan Urie doing neon trees instead of Panic at the Disco. Not called in the retirement home. I like the cadence of the lyrics. I think that carries a lot for me. I think that's fair. I don't hate the progression of the song from like a vocal standpoint, but I do think his voice sounds very tired. I feel like his voice sounds tired. Vacation package ad. Oh my god, that's so funny, and you're totally right. I've heard a lot of like kind of back and forth. Like people are like, no, his voice sounds fine, and then other people are like, it literally doesn't, and it's like a back and forth, but I think I'm in the it does not sound fine. I think it sounds very strained. Okay, I'm not offended by this, but I wouldn't choose to listen to it. That's how I feel too, for the most part. I feel like the song could have done without the slow bit. I'm actually glad they added the slow bit with the key change. I think that it makes it not so repetitive, but my problem with the key change is just that, like, he sounds worse afterwards. So it doesn't really communicate anything very nice. It's just his throat versus vocal cords. Don't get me wrong, he still sings better than me, but the higher the note, the less I trust him to hold it, which is not how I used to feel about Brendan Urie. It sounds like he's singing with his chin pointed at the ceiling. Yeah, like it's just like all of the flesh in his throat is hanging on for dear life, and the note's not coming out also. I'm such a hater. This is called Middle of a Breakup. Honey, I can hear the gossip buzzing round the I'm worried I've heard this song 1,000 times, and not like I've spoiled it for myself, but like several other people have made this song. This one people feel gross about. Oh, I should look at the lyrics.
Oh shit, you're kissing my neck, kissing my chest. Now I remember why we fell in love.
Why did you write that? This is terrible. That's a terrible lyric. That's just a terrible lyric. Oh, it gets worse.
Hot smoke feels like we just met. Lips I couldn't kick. Honey, honey, you're my favorite drug.
Kill me. Boy, you didn't write a single word that was not already in a song before this. Like the "you're my favorite drug," like it's a yet another song with an addiction to the person thing going on. Honey, honey. Aw, the romance in the chat. We love it. Yeah, I don't like this one. Give me T-Rex. What does that mean? Genius. T-Rex were an English rock band known for being pioneers in the glam rock movement. Okay.
Destiny. I hate those words like destiny, forever and all time.
I had to put the lyrics up because they've been bad.
Makeup sex in the middle of a breakup. In the middle of a breakup.
This is horrible. My brother in Christ. What notes are these? You can't tell me. Guys, do you think he fucks? He wants us to believe it. He wants us to believe it, but I'm not interested. That's for sure. The song is called Don't Let the Light Go Out.
Shadow wall that's told 1,000 tragedies, holding a hand that's loved every part of me. Who's gonna argue till they win the fight? You're the only one that knows how to operate my heavy machinery. Don't let the light go out.
I shouldn't be editing OBS sources while we're doing a reaction video. And I'm learning that because I just had to hear that and pause the song. Sorry about the change in the scene, but the people would like to see the lyrics and I would like them to as well. That was a horrible lyric. This is terrible right here. This "you're the only one who knows how to operate my heavy machinery" is terrible. Let's start over now that we're back here so you guys can see all the lyrics. Sorry, we're doing it again. I do like this guitar riff at the beginning. I do like this. It's simple, but I like it. Brace yourselves. I actually, I don't hate the lyrics. I mean, I don't think they're great, but I don't hate the lyrics up until this point. First verse, okay. Pre-chorus, not very good. This is one of the worst lyrics I've ever heard. I mean, in my opinion. But then, like, what? Vocal agility is gone. I'm sorry. My bro, what notes were those? Again, what notes were those?
Go out. Don't let the light go out.
I think this part is fun. It's too bad he said that nonsense right before.
I'll say more right now than I ever said.
Yeah, stop. Not very creative writing here. A rush of blood floods hot thoughts in my head. I literally hate that. Red Rose is sitting silently beside the bed. I'm saying more right now than I ever said. But then you could. It seems like you're self-aware enough. The next step is stopping. None of this is any of my business. Don't want to live if the thought of loving you is dead. Like this is such lazy writing. Like, it really sounds like he sat down for not very many minutes to write this. Was it due? Was this song due, like, immediately? I'm turning the light out, bitch. I'm removing the light bulb. I'm taking the switch off of the wall. Oh, okay, we get a break. Yeah, I don't hate the instrumentals at all. I think they're okay so far.
Don't let the light go out.
Yeah. I hated this song. Like, I'm just a crotchety old cynic, but it seems like he's banking on the choruses being catchy over actually saying something with the song. Yeah, it does seem that way. And it's hard because, like, my favorite Panic at the Disco album, the first one, has really good lyrics, and I know Brendan didn't write them, but I'm still used to hearing his voice sing good lyrics most of the time. I'm used to his voice being good. There's also that Brendan used to have really incredible range, really incredible vocal agility, and these things really seem to be suffering right now. And I'm amazed that some people are arguing that they don't hear that. Not in the chat. No one in the chat has, but just like online. Like, some people are like, how could you say his voice is getting worse? What do you mean? Did you hear it? All right, we can skip forward. Oh my goodness. Local God is the name of this song.
Blew them all away with the really kids while I was shedding through my sophomore slump.
I would not know he was saying Ritalin there if it wasn't for the lyrics. I'm really glad that we went and pulled the lyrics up.
You had so many chances to become a star, but you never really cared about that. Local God, you'll live forever as a local God. It's even better than the thing you're not.
It does sound like that. I was trying to think of what it sounded like, actually. You're right! Oh my god, they're so close. This one so far has been the least lyrically interesting.
Did you get weighed down by your heart of gold? 'Cause you really only cared about that. Wonder if you had a chance to sell your soul. Did you ever get your money back? Did you ever kiss the devil? Local God, local God.
This is so bad. It's only 3 minutes long. This feels like 6 years of my life. I really hated this one. This one I hate not even because I have like more negative opinions about the lyrics. Like, this one just brings nothing. Like, he gave nothing here. Also, this song really makes me feel like a very coming of age movie, which is literally what Libby said about one of the other songs too. But this end progression part here, I really imagine graduating from high school or something. It's a good thing he's not narcissistic or anything. All right, that was that song. This is called Star Spangled Banger. Not Banner, Banger.
We are electric angels. We are
Is this
street queens.
Victorious again?
We are the new dead Kennedys in the land of the brave, home of the freaks. We are the kids from the underground. Me, Kitty, and Brittany went to the Meadows Mall. Got a ring in my bottom lip. Sat on my lap in the photo booth. Took turns giving me a kiss.
What just happened? Made a different song? No, this is the same song. It reminds me of Mr. Jones and Me. That's what this song reminds me of.
Smoking us to death.
It's like The Boys Are Back in Town too. Good call. It's both of those.
Just play what you know. Let it all go.
Oh my god! I gotta go! What?
Just play what you know. Let it all go. Just play what you know. Let it all go.
Bro.
Just play what you know. Let it all go.
I mean, I know that the wording is let it all go, so maybe this was on purpose, but just because something is on purpose, just because something is intentional, doesn't mean it was a good choice.
Let it all go.
Those were notes.
Kennedys in the land of the brave. All the freaks. We are the kids from the underground.
This is the Panic at the Disco we have at home! Exactly!
All the freaks. All the freaks. All of the freaks. All the freaks.
Paid for the discount! This song is called God Killed Rock and Roll, which is kind of funny because
They're looking right at you from the posters in your room. They're the hope, they're the prayer when no one else is there.
why are we Queen now? You're right, this does sound like...
A little was alright, swinging on a beam of light.
It's the same piano.
Perfect night to fly away. Goodbye to Vegas, there was nothing left to save us, so we drove away.
Did you, like, sample this? We don't know. Okay. Does God Killed Rock and Roll sample Bohemian Rhapsody? We'll see if anybody's talked about it, but it's a little early, so maybe not. Okay, we might have to wait to hear more. This is way too similar for it not to be everywhere that they did indeed sample this song. So sampling in music is allowed. It's okay, and we can do it, and I'm not trying to say that that in itself is wrong. And I'm not trying to bag on him for being inspired by Bohemian Rhapsody. It's just very ballsy to take a song like Bohemian Rhapsody, recreate it in this way. It's a larger-than-life song, and it's larger than life not just in the sound, but also in the impact. It's such an important song.
Fly away.
Oh, it does give Black Parade a little bit.
Well, I don't really know what I know, but I'll show you everything that I can show you tonight. And I don't know where we're going, but it's going all right. It's all
You're
right.
saying nothing at all. He's saying nothing at all.
It's all right. God killed rock and roll. God killed rock and roll. No blood on the stage. No blood, no page. Kiss him on his night. 'Cause God killed rock. God killed rock and roll.
I was gonna try to wait for this chorus to get over, but it actually just apparently never fucking ends. So I'm just gonna start talking now. This is what I've been thinking too, Muffin. It does feel like there's been a few different references to grandeur or even him being the gospel. And this is also, I use that word on purpose, and you know, it might remind you of another time. To take it here to God Killed Rock and Roll feels very on the nose, because it feels like he's got illusions of grandeur that are showing on the music, and maybe it's part of the art or the character or whatever. But because this song sucks ass, this is bad. I feel like this is just getting worse and worse over time.
They're the hope, they're the prayer. When no one else is there, they rock your town. They rock your town.
What? Do they? Who's they?
On the bus after the show, staring down a lonely road.
Oh, that was gnarly. Hold
Staring
on.
down a lonely road.
He couldn't do that himself.
Staring down a lonely road.
You guys hear that, right? No, his voice didn't do that. Autotune is not an objectively bad thing.
Staring down a lonely road.
It sounds very distorted.
Road.
I personally hate that edit. I hate that there.
Everybody needs.
And I think he could have done it. I think he could have done that.
Place to go.
This song is called Say It Louder.
Everybody hates you now, but don't you let it bring you down. Bring it out of your small town. All the people in the back.
Oh, this is gonna be annoying. I know exactly where that's going. I knew it was gonna. I knew that when he said just the for the people in the back part earlier, I knew it was gonna go to say it louder for the people in the back, because he already wrote every sentence he knows, he wrote already. So he has to now use sentences that were created since the last album he released came out, because he's run out of sentences. I hate this. Twitter AIs, oh my god.
When the song comes on the radio, when you're headed home after the show, remember what it's like to be there. You definitely.
This was written by Twitter AI bots. I don't like this part. I don't like the way this sounds at all.
Hey, kids, legends and gods. Hey, kids. Hey, kids, legends.
He said, hey.
Hey.
Oh, that's funny.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
How old is this man?
Say it louder for the people in the back.
35. Okay. For the people in the back. Oh, whiplash all the time. It is. I keep checking to see if I'm on shuffle, because it feels so off. It sucked. They've all sucked. The first song, the title track has been the best so far. This song is called Sugar Soaker.
Put your money there, put your money
This one is so good.
anywhere, come on. Brush your silver hair, bake me like a millionaire, come on. Angel, call your woman your drug. You're all of the above, baby. Little sugar soaker, breaking my bed. Red tail lights in the little sugar soaker. Come on, come on, come on, come on, yeah.
This does sound not good. I was terrified that Sugar Soaker was going to be about this. And it was. This was awful. They're going to say this again in the song, probably, and we're going to have to listen to this again. I was actually liking the way that this song sounded before we got to that. I didn't think the lyrics were good, but I was actually enjoying the bass and the percussion and... Y'all like Nerf gun?
Let me radio, come on. You call your woman your drug.
Uh-oh.
You're all of the above, baby. Little sugar soaker, breaking my bed.
Oh no! No, it's again? Okay, let's go down here. Oh! They're all at once. Oh, the come-ons are all at once. Okay. That was terrible. just a pinch of objectification. Just a little bit of, the use of little here, I don't like it. I'm sorry if I'm being sensitive. If some people don't have that same problem with it, that's fine. After the whole live show comment, yeah! I mean, I really hate the sugar soaker thing, but it doesn't... This is worse. I hated that.
Maggie, don't you know he's got a real fuse about to blow? You gotta let him go. People say, run away, run away. He thinks that he's a DJ. People say, Maggie, the deck is stacked. You gotta hit your boyfriend back. You gotta hit him back.
Okay. 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 This is in horrible taste. Is it not in horrible taste? I'm neurodivergent, so sometimes I don't know. But I hate these lyrics. And I mean, like, writing about domestic isn't necessarily the problem. It's the way we're going about it here.
God bless the doomsday scrollers. Think about doing all the work. Ooh.
This is funny. God bless the doomsday scrollers. Thank you for doing all the work. That's very funny because we were talking earlier about how the only positive things I've heard about this album have been from a couple of Twitter users, and everyone else doesn't seem to like it.
You gotta hit your boyfriend back. You gotta hit him back.
I don't like that at all. I hate that so much. I hate that so much. Part of the reason that I really hate these lyrics is just that, like, women in DV situations often are only, if at all, they're only listened to until they retaliate. And then once they admit that they've retaliated, a lot of the time the case falls apart. I might just be nitpicking, but I am also, you know, a survivor of situations like similar to this. I really worry if somebody were to take this to heart, hypothetically speaking, that could put them in more danger. And it's not his place to advise it, even lyrically. I don't like it. This is rough. Yeah, I don't like this song. Yeah, I worry about the implications of the lyric. I feel like we've broken that one down enough. This song is called Sad Clown. This is chaotic. That's not necessarily always a bad thing. I just don't, yeah, I don't like this, and I can't even hardly keep up with, like, what's happening. I'm also trying to understand the lyrics, and it seems like just not anything specific from, like, part to part. The strain on his voice, yeah, it's super, super strained, especially in this song. Most of this album feels like a parody of classic rock. Ugh. This is grating. Oh no. I'm glad he didn't keep going up. I was scared he was gonna. That song, okay, I'll give it that that song was unique, and a lot of the songs haven't been unique, but I feel like it wasn't unique in a good way. I didn't enjoy it. The song is called All By Yourself. Oh God, oh, we're doing this. I don't want to hear him say that.
If you give a listen, you sweet little kitten, sitting downstairs in your room. When the house lights dim and the show begins, all the aliens touch
Frantic at the
down
prom.
on stage. All by yourself, all by yourself. You can change everything all by yourself.
Isn't bad? He did not used to sound like this. He did not used to sound like this. I don't know why people are saying he sounds as good as ever. They did not used to sound like this. This album is like if you had a big bag of assorted off-brand party drugs that you accidentally left in the car that melted together in the sun, and you were too cheap to get more and tried to take the cozy mixture and shove it in your face anyway.
You can change everything all by yourself.
Nothing is happening here. If you're all by yourself, how is it you and me? I have no idea what is actually this song is actually getting at. I really don't know.
We live forever. We live forever.
Oh, I hated that.
We live forever. We live forever.
Bro,
You and me.
this song has still got a minute left. I am amazed.
Yourself.
Song does run on a bit, but the tempo is really apparent. 4 minutes, cut it down by 4 minutes and 18 seconds. This song is called "Do It to Death." Although I do want to see how many songs we have left, real quick. Oh, this is the end. It felt like 12. This is the closing track, friends, which means that we have gotten so far together today, and we're almost done. We're almost done. Let's see how we close this one out. This is probably the longest song so far. 4 minutes, 35 seconds. Great.
Take me to the limit. Take me to the limit. Nothing lasts forever, so I'll give it a try. Patience now, don't cut the line. Put me back together, it'll be just fine. You're in or out.
Oh my god, Anti! Why didn't that come to mind? Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh my god, bro! You're right! I don't like the lyrics. It does kind of remind me of Panic at the Disco. Nothing Lasts Forever has been my mantra as of the start of this album. That's so funny. Yeah, it's interesting that it's kind of sounded like Panic at the Disco for a second there.
Gas.
Panic at the Disco would sing this, like, the lyrics would be there. Like, it wouldn't say Nothing Lasts Forever, so we'll give it a try. There'd be, like, a medical analogy. They'd have so many different, like, metaphors in this line that it would read better, but it sounds like it could be Panic at the Disco. Also sounds like it could be Queen again. Definitely sounding like Queen again. And I wouldn't say that this is the first time I've compared Panic at the Disco to Queen. You know, and I love Queen also. Fucking love Queen. So that's not a negative thing, but it's not the band that they are, and it's weird that we keep doing it over and over again.
Do it all the time now before we die.
Oh, are we changing it again? Are we changing? What's this riff from? I know this riff. What does that sound like? I can't remember. Is not a game we should have to be playing. Yeah, exactly. But it sounded familiar. Take me to the limit. I am at a fucking limit. There's still another minute and 15 seconds.
Shut up and go to bed.
That part was the best part of the album so far, with the strings. And whenever he's singing the low notes, it sounds so much better. Like, really. So I liked this part. That was Panic at the Disco's Viva Las Vengeance. That happened. That sure was music. Alright. Yeah, okay. Let's try to talk about this. I know we talked about a lot already, so there's probably not much left to say. Vocally, it could have been worse, but I still expect so much better from Brendan Urie's voice. The range has gone down. Been listening to Panic for a while, and the range has gone down. I do think that his low notes still sound like his lower register sounds much better than his high, his like head falsetto voice. I've said many things about Brendan, but I've never touched on his vocal ability until today. Yeah, the range has gone down a lot. He still sounds decent in his natural throat voice, which is honestly fine. Like, that's normal. It happens sometimes. And he didn't have to try so much to make it happen anyway, I think. I think that this would have been a better album if he had used less high notes. I think it would have been easier to listen to. There was parts that were really grating just because he couldn't smooth out the note. And that's just not how it used to be for him. And then every time he would belt the high notes, there was like not a lot of power behind it. It's very noticeable. I'm very surprised to hear so many Panic at the Disco fans arguing that he sounds just as good as ever. I really don't see it. I'm not seeing it. I think he sounds very different, and I think it's pretty much for the worse. Lyrically, this is my least favorite Panic at the Disco album. Vocally too, but lyrically by a much longer shot. There are some very strange lyrics here, some very lazy lyrics, and also some stuff that doesn't sound good. Like the lyrics that don't sound good. I really hated the lyrics. You're the only one who knows how to operate my heavy machinery. The Lil Sugar Soaker lines. All of God Killed Rock and Roll. All of Middle of a Breakup. Sweet Little Kitten. Yeah, the Sweet Little Kitten line was really gross. And like, I know that that's like subjective. Some people like that kind of language. But I'm tired of him referring to girls as little after being accused of inappropriate actions with minors. And also the thing that he said at the live concert. It's really hard to like look at stuff like that because it feels more significant than it would if none of that stuff was part of the deal. You know what I mean? Sonically, like instrumentally speaking, I thought it was okay. I didn't have a lot of complaints about instrumentals. My main problem with instrumentals is sound switch ups, but You know, I listen to post-hardcore music that's like famous for sudden switch-ups in music. So I'm used to that, and it still felt very jarring sometimes. It wasn't like anything crazy special at all, but it wasn't bad or upsetting. Thank you guys for struggling through that video, through that with me. I appreciate it. It was worse than I expected. I thought there'd be a chance that I would be impressed. It didn't happen. So there's that. Yeah. So for my YouTube people, like and subscribe if you liked this and would like to subscribe. We'll keep doing these. And sometimes we'll listen to music that I enjoy. I won't only be a hater, but sometimes I will. So, yeah. Have a good one.